What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the new warlock gauntlets, the Nothing Manacles. The exotic perk is Scatter Charge. You gain an additional scatter grenade charge, enables tracking for scatter grenade particles. So first off, if you are wondering how to get these today, they are available at the Perdition Lost Sector on Europa. It is a Master Lost Sector, so recommended power is 1350. So if you are under light, they will be available again in a few days, most likely at the Legend version of Excavation Site on the EDZ. But the rotation may change, so don't quote me on that. I also have a video of my clear if you are wondering what a good loadout is to use to get these. But anyways, let's take a look at what this exotic can do. First off, I tested out the tracking of the scatter grenades. It seems pretty inconsistent, to be honest. In the background footage, I am using Top Tree Voidwalker, so I charge up a grenade and toss it between a few enemies, and you can see the projectiles do not really seek to the enemies that well. However, I then toss another grenade at the Cabal, and the projectiles seek out and hit 4 other enemies. I think the key with these grenades is you have to hit at least one enemy to make them start to scatter and track, so that is something good to know. I love Controverse holds on Warlock, so I decided to test the same thing out with them on, and here's how it went. In the first 2 throws, they don't seem to seek out nearly as aggressively. This is a pretty hard thing to test, but it seems like the exotics do help with the seeking projectiles. On the last throw, they do seek a little bit, but again, it's pretty inconsistent. I then tested out the seekers on Devour Tree, and it tracks decently well here as well. Finally, I tried out the seekers on Middle Tree, and again, they seem to track fairly well. Middle Tree Voidwalker is actually pretty interesting here, because every grenade hits the same way in handheld supernova form. So this exotic gives you 2 handheld supernovas, and with the buffs to handheld's damage this season, that could be quite strong. Top Tree Voidwalker has a node called Chaos Accelerant, which makes your grenades deadlier and more effective when you charge them up. So I decided to test out how hard these scatter grenades hit with this active. It is really tough to get precise damage numbers because the scatter grenades just tick a whole lot of numbers, but it appears as though this doesn't really increase the damage of the scatter grenades. I tested a charge grenade first and then threw a regular grenade, and both times you just get a whole lot of similar tick damage numbers. I then tested Nothing Manacles versus Controverse Hold, and they both seem similar. If anything, the Nothing Manacles did more damage, but it seems like it is because the scatter grenades had more enemies to bounce off of. I then tested out the grenade on the Devour Tree, and they all seem to do similar damage. So as you can see, the exotics don't really increase damage, but they do increase the seeker tracking slightly, which could be valuable in some situations. I think one situation would be where enemies are grouped up a lot, such as Gambit. But I want to talk about where I think this could be very valuable. First off, in PvP, they will be the most valuable on Middle Tree. Having 2 handheld supernovas is very strong. You could run hand cannon sniper and still have an easy way to deal with shotgun apes. And in PvE, this class got buffed a lot, so it may shine there as well. You can spam handheld supernovas and then proc Dark Matter, where void ability kills grant health and melee, grenade, and class ability energy. There are certain mods that you could run to make sure that you always have a grenade. Next though, I think this is the best on Bottom Tree. You can proc Devour easily as you have 2 grenades instead of 1, and then Insatiable gives you grenade energy back for getting kills. Pair this with a Demolitionist weapon and High Discipline, and you are walking around with a grenade all the time. And as you saw in the background gameplay, you don't need to charge this scatter grenade at all. I think for Top Tree, you want to stick with Vortex grenades and Controverse Hold. But this exotic could really shine on Bottom Tree. Look at me clear this Lost Sector with Devour active the whole time, and just watch how many grenades I get. And this is with no mods helping our grenades. Just a Demolitionist SMG, the exotic gauntlets, and Devour is active. Very strong indeed. But that is it for the video. I hope this video helped you understand what this exotic is all about. It is not game breaking by any means, but it is certainly good in the right build. If this video helped you, then a like would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more content like this, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Good luck getting your hands on this exotic, and take care.